welcoming you to your monthly inspiring messages by astrological sign for June 2014. This is the first time that we're doing this on this channel, so I am really excited and happy to be here. Just a quick note before we begin. Some of you may already know this, but here's a little disclaimer for those who are only beginning their study of astrology. Did you know that contained within you are the traits and characteristics of every single star sign? That's right, you aren't just an Aries, Taurus, Gemini, or whatever sign you've always identified with based on the day of your birth. This is just one part of you, as it was the sign the sun was in when you were born. But what about the signs the moon, Mercury, Venus, Mars, and the other planets were in? Each planet represents an aspect of what makes up your character, to put it quite simplistically. And this is the explanation behind why some of us don't really relate to our sun sign, or only do sometimes. For example, my sun may be in Gemini, giving me a personality sprinkled with the fun-loving mercurial attributes of the twins, but my moon sign being in Capricorn, which I have actually related to in many more ways than my Gemini sun, makes me pretty darn serious when it comes to my emotions. So when I say that a reading is for Aries, please feel free to watch it too if you have strong Aries energies in your birth chart, even if your sun is in a different sign. It may apply to you, for instance, if several planets were in Aries when you were born, or if you have an Aries moon or ascendant, which is also known as the rising sign, all of which you can discover through your personal birth or natal chart. Also, consider the messages that come up in this video. We are using the awesome Osho Zen Tarot, by the way, for this month, to not necessarily be predictive of what's to come in your life, but as food for thought. Regardless of the universal energies around all of us, we each respond differently. So even if almost everybody around you feels sad for some reason, it is still your choice how you react towards that. That said, have a great month up ahead, and by all means, add the astrological videos you most relate with to your favorites playlist. If you enjoy videos of this nature, make sure you subscribe so you know immediately when a new one has been uploaded. Namaste! Hello Taurus! This is Leah with your June 2014 reading of Inspiring Messages. Taurus suns, moons, rising signs, and those with strong Taurus in their birth chart are all welcome here. I've pre-shuffled and laid out the cards from the Osho Zen Tarot, picking 3 for you. And I set the intention that the best messages for you to know at this moment are what come up for us. So let's see what the cards have to say. Your very first one is Seven of Fire, Stress. This is telling me that if you're feeling like you have a lot on your plate right now and it's affecting your sensibilities, it's okay for you to acknowledge that. Don't feel like you have to take on everything that presents itself to you. Everybody's different, so if you're feeling that everything you've got going on is too much for you, don't be harsh on yourself by thinking you have to do it all and by a certain deadline. If anything, a tactic you can take is to prioritize. Leave for later what you can. Let's take a look at your second card to see if there is a message for you here about how to handle this stress. And we have Adventure, which is the Page of Rainbows. There are 2 possible interpretations that come to me right now involving your situation. One is to reframe your thinking so that you view your current experiences as an adventure rather than a challenge that puts the pressure on you. Another way we can look at this is for you to expand your world so that you become aware of much more than the weight you're carrying. When we see how much larger the universe is than what's become our reality, our perspective shifts, and we aren't so caught up anymore in our problems. In fact, as our world expands, our problems shrink. And this is because we see that there's so much more to life than that which was preoccupying us. So open your eyes to everything around you and enjoy it. Your final card for your June 2014 reading, Taurus, is Moment to Moment, the Two of Rainbows. This can be considered another piece of advice on how you can handle the events that the stress card is referring to. Sometimes your to-do list can seem overwhelming if you think of every single task on it all at once. But if you back up just a little bit and look at the next single step in front of you, everything becomes easier to handle. It's like when you're reading a book or even eating a meal. The next word, the next page, the next bite is all part of the experience. It's about the journey and not merely standing at the finish line. And if there's anything in your life that absolutely makes you wince and you can't even fathom doing it step by step, maybe this is your moment to reconfigure what it is that you do want to give your precious time and energy to. Also, I see that you have a couple of rainbows cards, which in the traditional Rider-Waite-Smith tarot stands for pentacles. So there may be a little bit more of a focus on the material aspect of life, such as your health, your home, your finances, your job. So just hang in there, and I hope to see you for next month's reading as well. That's it for your June 2014 reading, Taurus. In the meantime, please subscribe to my channel if you enjoy this, so you can always be up to date on future uploads. Thanks for watching!